My name is Randy Huckabone. I'm a writer, director, producer of independent feature films. I just finished my third feature independent film, Like the Spider, which was shot last February. And it was kind of a unique setting because it was an 18-day shoot without a break, with a budget under $5,000, and I shot it without using a crew. And Like the Spider is a drama, which I tried to shoot in more of a poetic way. I wanted it to be beautiful and artistic. And it's basically a sad story about a girl who was abused as a child, and she couldn't shake the images, so she tried to cloak them with drugs, which just thrust her farther into despair, to the point where she no longer wanted to live. And when she happens across a professional hitman, she figures if she hires him to take care of her issues, that everything would be better. But she doesn't realize that he has secrets of his own. So it's kind of a back and forth tale between the two of them. It's quite moving. Like the Spider, like I said, was my third feature film. My first being a movie called Breathless Girl, which I shot in 2008 in Arizona with a budget of $10,000. I had a small crew for the first 10 days and then went rogue at that point and started learning that I can shoot faster on my own. And following Robert Rodriguez's history in his book called Rebel Without a Crew, he gave me a lot of tips on how to do that. And it's kind of it's filled with adrenaline, like a mountain climber sort of thing. And of course, if you had a large budget, you wouldn't want to do it that way. But in the independent world, it functions pretty well for me. And then I moved on to trying to shoot a feature-length film called Random Doors, again without a crew. But it had over 30 actors in multiple locations. It ended up taking 2.5 years, but I completed it in 2011. Relocating back to Rochester, I was able to shoot Like the Spider with the amazing architecture of Rochester and the snow and the changing seasons, which added to the character of the film. I'm getting prepared now to shoot my next feature film, which is called Shadow House, which is basically a feature film in the documentary format, and it's a story of 4 college students that go into an abandoned industrial building, and they vanish. They're never found, but they do leave the camera behind. And a friend to the college students, when she gets a hold of that footage, realizes that it's something that maybe the world needs to see, and she turns it into a documentary. But the more she digs into the story, and not just the disappearance of her friends, but she learns that the building itself had a violent history 50 years ago where a similar event took place. And she is basically putting this together to show the world some pretty intense footage. I'm Randy Huckabone, writer, director, producer of the independent feature documentary Shadow House. Please stop by Indiegogo.com and search Shadow House to take a look at the teaser trailer and see if there is a possibility that you might be able to pledge and become part of this movie as well. For more information on any other films that we're working on, go to huckabonefilms.com.